Back here in Helsinki, in our studio, Scanno studio, we have Saana Turunen, Head of Design, Lamia. We're very much welcome. Great to have you here.
Thank you.
Saana, you're Head of Design at Lamia. What is Lamia? What do you do?
Well, at Lamia we build different types of digital services, and me as Head of Design, I lead the design team.
So you're Helsinki-based?
Yeah, we are Helsinki-based, yeah. And we have a team of service designers and UI UX designers, and we, together with my team, design.
What's your background? I mean, not talking about the design business.
Yeah.
Where do you come from?
I come from the field of design. So I am a service designer. I am a business designer, more to say. Yeah. So that's my background.
So it's not the same thing as designing sofas or something.
No, it's
something a bit different.
Yeah.
Well, but anyway, because some viewers might not exactly know what design. The word implies usually something very sort of tangible and physical stuff. And
it is true. So in digital scope, we discuss about business design, service design, user interface design when we design for kind of user interfaces. So it's nothing very physical, but digital.
And something we need very much today, at least. So
yes, we do.
Hey, as I said, design is often considered to be about aesthetics one way or another, beautiful things. But anyway, in your design, there must be a certain aesthetic value as well. I mean, of course, business design can be, or service design can be analyzed in terms of in a way, beauty, I guess, or elegance or something as well.
Yeah, well, I guess in the end, yes. But we always start from defining the business goals and the business needs and kind of concepting the service and why and to whom we are building the service. But then, of course, in the end, the kind of the finishing touch, the final layer is regarding aesthetics and visual design.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're going to talk about B2B e-commerce and digital sales. So what's the key difference between B2C and B2B e-commerce?
Well, there are a lot of similarities, but also, differences. So I guess you could say that the B2B e-commerce, they adapt the new things, new technologies a bit slower, and the rise of business to business e-com has been a bit slower than the consumer e-commerce. But I think I will tell you quite more about that in the following speak.
Saana, good stuff. You're going to talk about B2B digital sales, 3 levels of designing your digital business. And after that, with your colleague and partner from Lamia, Anna Vesterinen, we're going to comment a couple of questions, your presentation. But it's all yours now for the next dozen or so minutes.
Thanks, Peter. Hi guys, so I will tell you a bit about the B2B digital sales today, and I will go through these 3 levels of designing your sales interaction. We have traditionally seen the e-commerce solutions as something that the customers use, kind of a sales channel for the customer, but we see a huge potential in the e-com solutions when it comes to sales and what can you do as a sales professional with the e-com solution. So as said, the 3 levels of sales interaction. So we will start by going through the kind of self-service side of the digital sales interaction. So how can we enable our customers to serve themselves digitally? Then we come to somewhere in between, the hybrid between the self-service and the digital and the human-to-human interaction in digital sales. And finally, we will end up to the kind of traditional, heavily relying on human-to-human interaction, digital sales, and how can we there kind of ease the sales professionals' work with digital solutions. Okay, so I will start by going through the enablers of the self-service digitally for the customer. And now, as said, we're talking about the business-to-business eCom, so we're talking about your company customers. Last autumn, McKinsey stated in their article that actually 70 to 80% of B2B decision makers, they actually prefer remote human interaction or digital service over the human-to-human interaction. And I have gathered for you today kind of numerous examples how to actually make this happen. So I will go through these very concrete examples. They might feel a bit trivial even, but these are kind of the basic principles that you need to take in consideration when you start building your business-to-business eCom solution. So what we just can't skip is the obvious that you need to consider building a fast and easy shopping experience for your business-to-business customer as well. This is, of course, something we have already learned in the consumer side of things, but when companies exchange goods, the orders are often quite frequent, they are quite big in volume. We are talking about significant numbers of money, and that's why we really need to make sure that kind of the shopping experience in this context is fast and easy. So we usually build so-called shopping lists. We make it possible to get recurring orders. We make it possible to, for instance, renew your previous order directly from order history and so on. So there are many ways how to make company-to-company purchase easy and fast. Then what I would like you all to think that the eCom solution should be your basically the most significant product catalog that you have. So consider it as a digital way of showcasing your products, providing as much information as possible for a customer. So basically, this should be the way how you make it possible for your customer to actually make the evaluation process themselves, compare, make kind of the purchase decision themselves, and really speed up the purchase process that way. Then what we often see is that when companies buy from an eCom store, it's not usually only one person doing the purchase, but actually multiple stakeholders contributing to the order. So there might be the one making the order, there might be another one actually giving the final stamp to the order. There might be a third one taking care of the invoicing and the accounting and so on. So really make sure that you are providing service to all the different stakeholders in your customer company. And then finally, we come to the payment and delivery options. So it might be as simple as that just make sure that you provide the invoice as a payment method for your business-to-business customer. Or often we see that when it comes to delivery options, your company customer might have multiple locations where they need the delivery to be distributed. So make sure that you take these kind of use cases in consideration where you might have to kind of deliver one order to multiple locations. But just kind of 4 examples, what can we quite easily do to kind of serve your company customers' needs in eCom solutions. Then we come to somewhere in the middle. So we discuss about the hybrid, so kind of combination of digital tools and the human interaction in sales. And just very quickly going through this fact that I have, and I think traditionally we have thought that it's quite tricky to get your company customer to make significant investments through these digital channels without any human interaction. But we see a strong trend here as well that actually the bigger and bigger investments are possible, and the B2B decision makers are ready to start doing this work as a self-service and remotely as well. And just a few examples what we can do here when combining digital and human-to-human interaction. I maybe said already in the beginning that often when companies exchange goods and services, they're actually quite customized, and they might be even quite complex. So you need this sort of professional expertise to even understand fully the product or the service that you are buying. So really pay attention to how you tell about the product and utilize all these 3D simulations, virtual showrooms, just simply maybe technical drawings, technical details could be enough here to really convince your customer about your product or service. But make sure and provide them the freedom to make the evaluation here by themselves and really speed up the purchase and the decision making. Another example is basically the customized product, and where we talk about product configuration, where the customer can actually build the product themselves. They can pick and choose from different setups, from different attributes, and kind of build and design the product or the service together themselves. And here, what I'm trying to say is that without providing these type of things, you will really speed up the process in a way that when your salesperson comes to the picture, the only thing left for them to do is actually just kind of finalize the process of sales and just kind of give the final touch and the small human-to-human interaction to the process. And then finally we come to the last level, which is the traditional sales that still relies heavily on the human-to-human interaction. And here we try to focus on providing tools for our sales reps and sales professionals to do their work as efficiently as possible and to kind of smoothen their work. Here you have a prediction where it said that actually 15% of the business-to-business organizations will start using digital commerce platforms for all their sales activities by 2024. So I think this is a quite good argument for starting to think the following things. So I have collected 5 examples here how you could efficiently utilize your eCom solution to be also a tool for your sales reps in your company. So offer management is actually something that very naturally falls into your eCom solution. So you are able to easily build, edit, manage, resend, and then finally kind of confirm the offer through the eCom solution. And then it falls naturally into a finalized order when it's already from scratch built in the eCom solution. Then, as I stated, the product catalog is something very important for the customer, but it also is something that your sales representatives can easily use as a very good tool in the human-to-human interaction situations where they want to tell about your awesome products and services. They should definitely utilize the digital product catalog that you have built. Then often in business-to-business e-com shops, the kind of the pricing and the product availability is actually already defined in the contract phase. So this is something we can easily do also in the e-com solution, that we provide the customer a visibility to only their priced products and their product, the kind of catalog that is only kind of designed for them. And then naturally, multiple and tons of different digital solutions that you can use to ease up your customer support, and eCom is definitely one of those. And then finally, if nothing else, you should really think that the eCom solution that you have is a very important communication channel and a very effective way to collect new leads for your company. Yeah. So coming back to the 3 levels of sales interaction, we went through them all with these very concrete small examples. There, of course, is a lot more to say, but these kind of concrete examples should get you started with the digitalizing of your sales work. And if there is one key takeaway that I would like you to take from this is definitely that start considering your eCom solution as more than just simply an web shop, but also a very good and efficient tool for your sales reps to use in their daily work to actually boost up the kind of all sales processes that you have in your company. Thanks.
Saana Turunen, thank you very, very much. Very informative and very pedagogical as well. So I think it was very good. And I'm thinking here sort of in terms of TV colors. We're going from orange to a very green Anna Vesterinen in our green room. So it's a great match. And,
it's a match.
And a great TV color as well. I mean, it's, block colors, strong colors, very good on TV. We're talking about design anyway here. So there's some sort of some connection perhaps. Anyway, Anna, good to have you here in our green room.
Nice to be here.
Saana's last point was about utilizing eCom capabilities in person-to-person sales work. You yourself had a deep dive session about the same thing this morning. So what was the key takeaway from your session?
I'm really happy to kind of conclude these two sessions because I think the key takeaway from this morning was that actually the eCom platforms can be used both as a tool for the customers to self-serve, but also for the sales reps. And I think that I was really happy when we actually did a workshop around this, that this is the case and many professionals see it as a way forward. And also an interesting point is that going forward, actually, us humans will be kind of more of the value added thing on top of the digital. So really thinking about as a company, what is the competitive advantage you actually want to create with the human interaction is key.
And you had a good deep dive session?
Yes, it was really good.
Good. Great to hear. Hey, starting something, whatever, is always, of course, one of the hardest things and parts we know. So what's your top tip for the best place to start using eCom in traditional B2B sales?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I think that we many of us can agree that we want to go to a place where we don't separate e-commerce and traditional sales, but we just call it sales.
Yeah.
And then actually coming
the same
back,
thing with digitization. We don't need to talk about digitization because it's all over.
It's the norm.
Yeah, the norm.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think coming back to actually what is it that you want to do with your business? What are your goals and targets? Very simple. But basically, if we take an average organization, usually people want to increase sales, they want to decrease costs, and they want to increase customer satisfaction. So when starting, the tip is to be very certain about which one of these trees you want to aim for. And that could actually mean that you have to kind of sacrifice the two others for short term. So if you really want to optimize and maximize one of these, then be realistic about not achieving all of these three. So just being said that, I think that when we then look at the humans and we look at the kind of sales representatives' work, how do you measure kind of the time, energy, and money for certain work tasks that doesn't create the actually value added and the competitive advantage? Start with those things. Look at then the available capabilities in the digital platforms. Can we actually just start switching it? So can we take the human tasks directly and just do them on a digital platform? Then the most important thing, measure. Set KPIs and measure. And then if it doesn't actually go with the hypothesis you have, try again.
Great takeaways. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anna Vesterinen, Business Development Executive, Lamia. Thanks.
Thank you.